Hello, Taurus. Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. Taurus, how you doing? Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you. Look, I've got oracles here. We're going to use a series of oracles to get some overall feel of the week next week. I'm always reading for the week ahead, Taurus, if you've never been here before, or if you have, you know that's how I read. So this reading is also going to include the energy from the Lionsgate portal, right? Which is sort of especially sort of, I would say, a powerful sort of cosmic time. It's when the Earth and Sirius star system and Orion's belt all are in alignment. So depending on how tuned in you are to yourself is how it's going to benefit you. But it is a time of, clearing old wounds and activating your gifts, whether those are psychic gifts, intuitive gifts, and manifestation rituals are what you need to be doing right now. I'm going to leave it there, and you can contact your nearest astrologer, and they can tell you exactly how it's going to affect you and your sign, Taurus. Let's find out what's going on for you and what these energies are going to offer you, Taurus. Look at that. Begin now. So it is literally a portal, right? It's an energetic portal that's there for you to use at your own will. And it says here, right? It says here, begin now. So we have take your first step. So take a step through that portal, Taurus. We have unknown territory. Oh my gosh. So it feels a little bit exciting, but a little bit scary at the same time. It says you are exactly where you need to be, but you are going to be in unknown territory coming up. And I know you like to be sure of everything. How do I know that? Because I'm also a Taurus. You like to know what's coming up. You like to plan what's coming up. And so I feel like you're going to be in unknown territory. So I'm going to say, be aware, be planned for the unexpected. And, it's a time of being comfortable with being uncomfortable, Taurus. And find out what else is coming up for Taurus in the week ahead. Oh boy, we've got the Tower. We've got disruption on the counter here. So we've got card number 41, which is a 5. Look, all towers, no matter what they are, usually feel like crap. They make you feel like crap. I'm not gonna even lie to you. Because Taurus, you don't like change. You don't like things switching on a dime. And when the disruption comes, when the lightning shows up and the Tower is here, it changes things that you're not expecting. We also have a 5 here. You might see this as an obstacle to getting whatever it is that you want to get, but I feel like it's clearing the way for possibly for some of you. Look, we have another 8, right? So I feel like 8's, yeah, that is the Lionsgate portal number, right? And it might be clearing some sort of obstacle to love for you for some of you, but it feels like this Tower is coming up because it's pushing you through to the next level of your life is what it feels like here, Taurus. Tell me what else is going on. Tell me about Taurus. Fear, yes. So it feels like there is going to be a little bit of fear. It's not going to feel great, Taurus. I'm just going to say we have indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of my life. And this portal is going to be putting your intuition on fire. So maybe decision making might be a little bit easier once the obstacles have cleared. But it feels like you're going to feel like it's lack next week, Taurus. But I'm telling you, it's clearing your fear. It's clearing the way because you're supposed to be stepping into the unknown and you need to prepare for that. And look, not everybody's prepared to step into the unknown, and that's okay. Not everybody has to do it. Taurus, guess what? I have a new deck. Nanner, nanner, boo, boo. Look at this. Oh my gosh, it's my favorite. Look at that. Marchetti Tarot. Sarah Marchetti. I just love his decks. They have great energy and they are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. I'm going to be sharing that with you. So as you know, Taurus, or you may not, maybe if you're new here, but whenever I get a new deck, I actually use it the whole week because I'm trying to get my energy all over it. So it arrived yesterday. I slept with it last night, and I like to put it around my feet while I sleep so it gets my energy. So let's find out what's coming up for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the week ahead, going into the Lionsgate portal. Tell me about Taurus. What do we need to know about Taurus? Begin now. Take your first step into the unknown, Taurus. We've got the 4 of Wands. Look, it's going to be fine. You are going to come to a place of stability, but I do feel like there's going to be, like, when I threw this card on the table, the 4 of Wands, it felt exciting to me. So this is an exciting time. Now, the tower is going to shift you, and how you look at the tower is up to you. It is all about your perception. Do you see it as terrible? Do you see it as a good thing? Are you ready for the clear? Tell me in the comments, are you ready for the clearing? Are you ready to hang on and white knuckle it through the tower? Because I feel like it's bringing in something as you take your first step through this transition here. I feel like what's on the other side is the Four of Wands. I'll just show you the card. It's beautiful. And what's on the other side is the Four of Wands. It is stable, but it is exciting, and it's gonna rock your socks. Like it's gonna first feel unstable because the Tower is here, right? This came out on its side. So the Six of Pentacles is here. When a card comes out on its side all by itself, it's because it's challenging. So I feel like through this time when you are experiencing some sort of disruption in your life, I feel like it's hard for you because it's the Six of Pentacles is involved. So communication is going to be hard. We are in retrograde as well. Remember that, right? We're still going to be in retrograde next week. So communication might be hard. Giving to someone as they give to you might be tough. You might be getting frustrated with people who are not giving to you as you're giving to them. We do have the Three of Wands. Fear of the future, fear of moving forward just because you didn't plan it. You didn't say so. It's not like Taurus can't change. It's a complete myth. Taurus can change all the time. Taurus doesn't want to change unless they make the plan to change, unless they choose to change, but Taurus can change. So I feel like we are looking at this energy of feeling a little bit hard with communication. It feels like the Three of Wands is telling me that this Tower is showing up to prepare you for the future. And you're about to be thrown into the unknown territory. But listen, however wobbly it feels, Taurus, I feel like you're right where you're supposed to be. Tell me about the Four of Wands, please. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Three of Cups. Nope, sorry, the Eight of Cups. I'm just going to pick up that card I dropped. And we have the Emperor. So, for some of you, I'm going to say that you are stepping into a very abundant, stable time in your life. Where I feel the universe is preparing you for security and stability. Also is preparing you to take the lead. We have Aries energy here, and we have the Emperor here. So for those of you who are ready to go, I feel like this energy of Aries is what is going to power you through. Now, I feel like this begin now and take your first step. The Page of Pentacles is here. So I feel like something's about to materialize for you in the 3D in the week ahead. And it's because you detached from it, Taurus. It feels like with the Eight of Cups being here, that it's because you decide to just say, you know what? I'm just tired of being the gatekeeper. I'm not going to gatekeep anything anymore. I'm just going to go on with my life, focus on me, do my own thing. And when it catches up, it will catch up. That's what the Emperor would do, right? The Emperor is going to focus on themselves, focus on the empire, focus on their stability, their security, and they're also going to keep it all under control. So I feel like there is going to be stability that comes, but I feel like it's you already at the beginning of the week, possibly might hit this Tower early in the week, but I feel like if you don't, you're already feeling the rumblings of the Tower. And I do feel that while the disruption is going on in your life, that you are feeling a little bit in lack, like you don't have control over anything, because the Emperor wants control. I feel like you feel that it's all up in the air and you don't have control over what path you're on, the things that are happening around you. It feels like a total disruption. We've got the Three of Swords. We've got the Ten of Cups. And we've got the Magician. So I'm going to say, look, I feel like you're being prepared is what it feels like. The Tower is an illusion. And what I mean by that is you think that things are falling down around you, but how you perceive it is how it's going to look to you. Understand, we all have our own perception. I can't see things the way you see them. You can't see things the way I see them. So the Magician it almost feels like a bit of an illusion. It feels like I thought everything was going right. How come things are now in disruption? How come things are falling to the ground? I feel like this tower or this disruption is showing up to prepare you for the 10 of Cups. The 3 of Swords is here and the 6 of Pentacles is here. It feels to me like you have been disappointed or sad that you haven't been getting as much reciprocal energy from the people that you've been giving all of your time and energy to. I feel like you've not been getting that back, and it's been a little bit frustrating. So I feel like for some of you, there we go, maybe we have a confirmation. I feel like for some of you, it does feel like this pathway is being cleared. So everything that you've been hanging on to because of comfort's sake and not because it's actually working for you in your life, I feel the Magician is going to release or lift the curtain or the illusion by giving you this tower. So it feels like you're going to be stepping into your power, noticing that you are the person walking into the room and saying, maybe I don't even like you and you. And maybe I pretended that I did because I was scared to be alone. It feels like some sort of illusion is being lifted, is being broken through by the power. And it feels like this Magician energy and the 10 of Cups is what you're left with. I feel like you were in the illusion that you were happy, but you were actually in the 3 of Swords because the 6 of Pentacles is here, and it's not always reciprocal. So I feel like this tower is coming here like to clear things up. It feels like to clear old wounds, and that's exactly what the alignment is for. What the Lionsgate alignment is for is clearing up old wounds. And so I feel like that's definitely what's going on with you. We have the 3 of Wands, and I think that you have a fear of going into the future feeling like you don't have a partner or don't have friends, or I feel like you have a fear of that. It says, I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love, but I feel like the energy of love is supposed to be spent on you rather than people who are not giving it back to you, because I feel like you're being breadcrumbed here. Tell me about the 3 of Wands and fear. We've got the Page of Pentacles. We've got the 6 of Wands, and we have the 6 of Swords. Look how beautiful. Just going to keep showing you cards. So I feel like this is telling me that you're scared to move on. I feel like you don't want to move on, Taurus, or you're scared to move on. It feels lonely. You're at the beginning of something, and I feel like this tower brings this disruption, and the Page of Cups is here. I think this is a time where you really have got to trust your intuition, no matter how small. Maybe you're not used to trusting your intuition. I feel like when the debris clears from this tower or this disruption that you have in your life, I think it reveals to you the things that you really want, how you're going to get victory and success. Because the 6 of Wands is about you coming back from the fight or coming back from the war. It's like you've been in a dark cycle or a dark place, or it's been really hard. You've been like going uphill constantly. And I feel like you've been forgiving people or saying, no, that's okay. No, that's okay. I feel like by the end of the week, you're like, you know what? I'm done with that shit. I'm just done with them. I'm done with that shit. It feels like you go into this unknown territory of, I'm over it. I need to remove the obstacles, and I need to find actual love and joy. People who love me, people who do for me as I do for them, or wouldn't want to see me do without. I think that it breaks through your indecision and puts you into a place of acceptance. Acceptance as I'm learning to accept the things I cannot change. And I feel like, Taurus, that you've been hanging out or saying it's okay or it's all right for fear of maybe not wanting to be alone or not wanting to break away from the relationship, from the friendship, from the job. And I feel like this Lionsgate portal is going to clear up old wounds for you and allow you to move forward. Okay, Taurus, we're going to put down 3 cards here. This is what we're going to talk about in the extended. We're also going to clarify a bunch of this. What is the tower? Why is it here? How do you become the Magician? Why is it here clearing things now? Because I feel like this tower is showing up to show you your power and to show you that you can be happy no matter what. I feel like you weren't happy. And you were letting people get away with a lot of stuff. Tell me what else is coming up for Taurus. What are we talking about in the extended? We've got the 2 of Swords. We've got the 9 of Cups, and we have the Sun. I'm just saying. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful. So the Death card is on the bottom of the deck, Taurus. This Tower is showing up to finish up your transition. I feel like this has been a really long ass transition for you, and you've been feeling a little bit out of sorts. I feel like the Tower shows up as the final straw that broke the camel's back, is what it feels like here. It's the final thing. We've got the Two of Swords, and we've got the Nine of Cups, we've got the Sun. The Sun is shining on the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups, Taurus, is alignment. It's the alignment of, you know what? Screw that shit. I can be happy on my own. If all I'm going to get is breadcrumbs from people, then I don't really need to talk to those people. And I'm not telling you to blow it all up by making phone calls and yelling at people. Just be silent, Taurus. Silence is an answer. And so I feel like you're going to be more focused on yourself next week than you are going to be focused on other people. We have the Two of Swords here, and it does tell me that there are a bunch of really hard decisions that are coming up. But I'm telling you that when you cut away what you don't need and you make the decision about what you want, this or that, I feel like it ends up in the Nine of Cups, and not only the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Cups with the Sun. You actually know that you're there doing the right thing for yourself. We're going to clarify all of this. We're going to talk about the Death card and what comes next. What comes after everything comes to an end? What comes after that? We're going to go into the extended, and if you would like to be in the extended with us, please look at the top of the comments. There is one pinned comment that I put up below every video at the top of every comment section, and it'll tell you what you need to know. If you want to buy just this extended, you can do that. There is a link for that in the pinned comment. If you would like to come into the membership area and join us there, all of my extendeds are there if you're watching for more than one extended. And there's other things there, not just extendeds. And if you're interested in a private read, look, private reads are open. I am pretty much caught up. So y'all, if you want a private read, go ahead and book one. I do have pre-recorded private reads. I also have live reads. And there's a bunch of sales going on with the live reads, between 5 and 75% off. You get a discount just by booking ahead. So I'm going to go into the extended. I'm going to clarify this stuff and let you know what's going on. We'll talk about this as well. There's a lot going on here, Taurus. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I am always back, Taurus. You guys take care of yourself. Love ya. Bye-bye.